guys, how are you? Today I want to talk to you about one guy I had the opportunity to know throughout social media, and his name is Alhassan Conteh. He's from Sierra Leone, and he does a wonderful job there in Africa, discovering, preparing many soccer talents. So please enjoy my conversation with this professional coach and manager with you guys, Mr. Alhassan Conteh. All right?
Man, thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me. Uh, I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you.
Yeah, you're
And
welcome.
uh, I saw your profile. I didn't say exactly. I saw you have a kind of agent job, and looks like you work for a soccer club or a football club or anything like this. So can you share a little bit about what you have been doing, your job, your football activity, please?
Thanks very much. I think your name I can pronounce Ego, right?
Igor, yeah.
Yeah, thanks Ego for connecting me. It's a privilege for me to share my football experience. And my name is Alhassan Conteh. I'm a former football player and a coach and also a scout. Currently, I work as the Secretary General for the Sharif Football Academy here in Sierra Leone,
Okay.
whereby we host African players and we train them, prepare them for the international stage. I
Okay.
have my coaching license from the Royal Dutch Football Association, which is the world coaches. And also I have my scouting certificates from the International Professional Scouting Organization, and I work with many football agency and some FIFA licensed agents. I work with Drum Soccer Football Agency in the United States, and Soccer Nets also from Spain, whereby I have a partnership with them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, can you put your mic a little bit louder, please? I don't know if it's your maximum.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's my earpiece. I don't know. Let me try to check. See.
Okay. No, I can hear you better now. Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
But I think because I'm currently using my phone and the phone speaker is not that too loud.
Okay. I got you. I can hear you well. Okay. So you work for Sheriff FC, right?
Yeah, I work for Sharif FC Football in Sierra Leone as the
Sierra
Secretary
Leone.
General of the club.
Okay, all right. So, uh, by my understanding, you guys prepare kids for a different level, for like a European level, for that's the job you guys do there. It's to prepare kids to go for a professional environment.
Yeah, like the kids we work with is from 16 years to 19 years.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Players that we work with, their age, and the age category is 16 years to 19 years of age.
Ah, okay. So you don't work with kids like 10, 11, 12 years old.
Like currently, is before when I was in Egypt, I used to work with those kind of age category, but currently I don't work with those age category. But like the management of Sharif FC is planning to work with those age maybe by next year.
Okay, so you take adolescents, or let's say teenagers, 16, 17, 18 years old, and then you prepare them to send to another league, to a higher league. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, like Sharif FC, we have two phases. We have the first phase we have this Sharif FC in Sierra Leone and in Guinea. And we prepare them. We have two stages. We have the one in Sierra Leone and Guinea. That is the first stage whereby we prepare them. And also, the second phase is in Nigeria. In Nigeria, that is the second stage. Because in Nigeria we have a partners there that we send the player there for further assessments. And in Nigeria, I used to host international scouting events. And if any player perform in that tournament, we find himself in Europe. And before we have done that, we have two players who are currently playing professional football. We have one who is playing for Atlético Mineiro in Brazil. You can check. I guess you're a Brazilian. After the call, I will send you the player information so that you can try to know more about the player. And also, we have one player who is playing in FC Zurich, Mohamed Bangura, playing in FC Zurich in Switzerland.
Okay, nice.
So,
yeah. Keep going.
Yeah, and currently we have one Sierra Leone player who is going in Nigeria for the second stage, and they are preparing them for the upcoming trial next month, November 24. Yeah.
Okay, right. So how many kids total you have? Like from 16 to 19, how many kids you guys have usually?
Well, like currently we have about 19 players, but we have planned to add more depending on the potential players that we found. Because normally we used to scout those players, we used to go to the province, because like we don't want to leave the province out of this program. Because like if you conduct a good and certain event in the province, a big star player. So like we used to go to this province, those scouting events. So player that we think reach the potential that we are looking for, we invite the player to fit up. Whereby we have the camp, whereby the player they are there in the camp. They train twice a day. They train from 6 days a week, from Monday to Saturday, and we feed them 3 times a day. Not only feed them 3 times a day, they eat on time. They have their breakfast after they train in the morning by 9. From then by 12:30, they have their lunch. And after they finish their training by 6 p.m., from then they have their dinner. And the camp, we provide for them DSTV, whereby they used to watch matches so that they can go out, and they have electricity. They have this football camp bed players.
Okay, looks like the concept is the same we have in Brazil and Argentina, Chile. We have clubs that work as an environment to prepare the kids to a next level. So
yeah.
So your kids, they don't pay to play, right?
So you say what?
Your kids in Sheriff FC, do they play? Do they pay to play?
No. It's free. Sharif FC is free. They don't pay. though they have some other academies that they used to pay, but like Sharif FC is free. You know, we go out, scout players, we bring them to the camp, we feed them, we train, and uh, if we see that they convince us, like they reach, we have some category of training that we to give them. And if we see any player that is outstanding among them, we send them to the next phase in Nigeria.
Okay. That's very nice, man. It's a very nice job. It's a very nice job.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oh, well done. Yeah. So, what do you do? Like when your player go abroad, like let's say your player in Brazil, your player goes to, I don't know, any country in Europe. So you guys keep your eyes on the player to see how things are working. It's a you monitor them to make sure everything is okay. How do you do with that?
You mean like for the players in the camp here in Sierra Leone, or the camp in Nigeria? Which one? Or when they sign personal contract?
Yeah, like those that leave Nigeria and those that leave Sierra Leone and go to Nigeria. How do you
Yeah.
control these guys?
How do we contact them? You mean?
Yeah, how do you keep them? You know what's going on with them. Like, how do you do that?
Yeah, that's why we have our partners there in Nigeria. They send them like that, and we leave them know. We have to check on them twice a day, check on like once in a while, like 2 times a day, or in a week. We check on them like 3 times to see how they are performing, and also we contact their coach. And the good thing is, the coach that is coaching them in Nigeria will be here in Sierra Leone on the 30th of this month, October. We'll be here in Sierra Leone, and we will come and see how boys are doing in the camp. And also, we are going to organize an 80 tournament whereby we invite some other clubs and that we partake with Sharif FC. It's a single day trial, a whole day trial. Then the coach will see how the boys are doing. And also after the trial, the coach also will have a training session with Sharif FC there. And also the coach will try to teach Sharif FC coach staff, teach them, explain to them what they are really looking up to from the players, and also for the coaches also. And also as a staff of Sherry, the Secretary General, will give us some advice, some guidelines, yeah.
Okay, I got you. So in Sierra Leone is your first step, right? Sierra Leone is the first step.
Yeah. It's the first
Then
step.
Nigeria.
And yeah, Nigeria is the second phase.
Okay, and then somewhere else.
Yeah, like the tournaments they used to organize in Nigeria. So like if the player is outstanding from the player to Europe, because the tournament in Nigeria, they used to invite some club directors, some agents, some top FIFA licensed agents. They will be there in Nigeria to observe the trial and see if any player is outstanding from them. The player will be invited to go to Europe. That's what we normally used to do. And there's one thing again I forgot. I just want to give out the name of the owner of Sharif FC. He's a football loving fan, and a man that is ready to help players, kids in Sierra Leone and Africans. And the good thing again, the Sharif FC is not, we are not just working only with Sierra Leone players. We have players that are coming from Liberia. We have players from Ghana. We have players from Guinea. that are joining the Sheriff FC and in the camp. We are not just focusing only on Sierra Leone players now. We try to give visibility to other players out there that are in the camp. And the owner of the academy, his name is Sheku Sherif, based in United States. And he's a man that likes football and they want to help this kid to reach their potential. I want to give him a big congratulations. He's a man that really wants to help kids to play football.
Okay, yeah. So it's interesting because you guys in Africa, I believe you have a lot of raw material, you know. I believe
Yeah,
you
that's
have,
for sure. That's for sure. That's for sure. You
yeah,
know, in Africa, we have a lot of talents, but the main problem is the material. Material. That the main problem with African players. You know, because like in Africa, if you got a good Richard, you can find the next Mohamed Kalon, Mohamed Salah, Samuel Eto'o, Didier Drogba. You know,
yeah,
Sadio Mane. Just imagine Sadio Mane. They find Sadio Mane from the village. You know.
yeah. It's
And
I've
if we have all those resources to
yeah,
scout those players, you know, we can get a a good talented players. You know?
sure. I believe in terms of players, you guys was already, you know, supposed to be a World Cup champion in a FIFA World Cup. Uh, I don't know. Sometimes I think about it, what happens because you don't see, you know, in the World Cups an African team to be a World Cup champion. We have now the under 20. Maybe, you know, it's gonna be something, some new will become for the next World Cup with Morocco, but I don't know because the most difficult thing is the raw material, and then you have a lot, you know, and
Yeah, sure, sure, sure.
the problem
You have a
is
lot. You have a lot.
exactly, and then you know it's a factory. You have the raw material, you have the factory that produce something. So this stage, the production stage, is something that I think you guys, you know, should work on and see what's going on because you have the raw material and now it's time to see what's going on in your factory. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah. So, uh, like you start with 16 years old, right? In Sierra Leone.
Yeah, 16, 16 years, 16. Like from 16, you train them like for 2 years to reach the age category that is 18 years because like 16 years, they can sign professional contracts, you know.
Yeah.
So we train them for that 2 years for them to reach 18 years. From them, we send them to Europe because within that 2 years period, with good training and with good mentorship, I think the players will have the they will have the mentality to play in Europe. You know.
Yeah. So, which language usually your kids talk when they you know they are there? How do you work with that?
Okay, like and for the players we got from Liberia and Ghana, you know, Ghana is an English speaking country, so it's very easy for us to communicate. The only thing is just for the Guinea players who are speaking French, and also they speak local language. They have one local language they call Suso, and also Sierra Leone we have that tribe Suso. So it's very easy for us to communicate with those players. It's just like Brazilian, they speak Portuguese, and also Portugal, they speak Portuguese. So it's
Okay.
very easy for us to communicate.
Okay, I got you. And I have one question, man.
Yeah.
Kids, it's not a kids, like the teenagers, right? 16 years old. When you pick someone, when you get a new player in your academy, Sheriff, 16 years old, he came from streets, right?
Yeah, sure.
So, how do you guys work with these players? Because 16 years old, he doesn't have much knowledge about the cognitive parts of the game, maybe tactical, the passing lines, the triangles, play of the ball, overlap, underlap. How do you do with that?
Okay, yeah, it's a good question, and that's why we have trained coaches that used to do some of this analysis. And also, we provide for them DSTV that they used to watch matches. And through these matches that they used to watch, all of them, they sit like this. From then, the coach will be there. So while the game is playing, from then, the coach also will explain to them. And after the match, the coach will try to get their view about the match, try to explain. So from then, that will help them to learn more. And also, the coach is not just a coach, it's just like a parent also that used to guide them also in the pitch.
All right. Yeah. Because sometimes you have conversations in soccer meetings, in soccer courses that some coaches believe you have to start teaching tactical um, tactical issues or tactical points at the age of 12. Some believe it should be 14. Some believe should be at 10 years old. So you get the guys. You only have boys, right? No girls.
Yeah, boys. We only work with boys.
Yeah, only male players. So and then they start to
Yeah,
learn
yeah.
with 16. Wow, it's a tough job, man, because a lot of bad habits. I believe they come for you with bad habits, because when you play on
Yeah.
streets, you don't care. You play on streets, the ball is in your feet, you do whatever you wanna do, and doesn't matter if you meet like there's no much responsibility.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. At first, like if they come, uh, that's the main problem because like everybody they want to play that their normal football that they used to play. But with the guide of the coach, explain to them, say, oh no, this is this. You have to play like this. If you want to improve, forget about this play, do this, do this. With the guidance of the coach, I think they adapt easily. In 2 weeks, they adapt to the coach system.
okay, yeah. Yeah, because you guys, you one of the best players tactically and the best players in terms of the game
Yeah,
intelligence, right?
yeah, exactly. That's the main key in football, game
Yeah,
intelligence,
yeah. The cognitive aspect,
cognitive. Yeah, the cognitive.
yeah,
Because like when we normally used to go for scouting events, we have our scout that used to come from Guinea and Senegal. They are the one that's they scout the players. Like my responsibility as the Secretary General, I'm the one that used to organize the event in those provinces. From then, even the day for the event, I'm the one that's used to organize. But those scouts that come from Guinea and Senegal, they are the one that used to select the players because those coach, my boss in the United States, trust them a lot, and also they are professional scouts. They know what they are looking for. They are
yeah.
not just looking for the. They are not just looking. the player ability. They look for all their social aspect, their physical attributes, and their tactical awareness and some other things. So, like, I think any player that the scout select, I think is the perfect.
Yeah, yeah. How do you do? I believe you have this issue there. It's very usual. Here in United States, not too much because here is pay to play. You know, the parents pay, the kids play. So you don't have the merits. You know what I mean? Here in the United States, anyway, kids know that if they work really hard, or if they work hard, or if they work a little bit, doesn't matter, they will play. But like in Brazil and South America, sometimes you have issues like you have a 16 years old kid, but physically you see he's smart, he's intelligent, he has cognitive, he sees, he reads the game, but physically he's not 16. Physically he's like 13, he's like 12. So how do you do when you have this kind of player?
Oh, that is tough question. Yeah, and like for those players, I think we have to provide for them. We try to work on their physical attributes. They go to the gym, try to build their muscle.
Yeah.
You know, I think that the main thing that we work on them, especially if the player is very intelligent, tactical. You know, they have the vision, but the physical attributes is not there. The structures is very small,
Yeah.
and I think the only way we just have to build his muscle, try to build some of his structure so that he can match the other players. You know, sometimes you can see their body is small, but inside they are very strong.
Yeah. I'm asking because I believe, I don't know, but I may be wrong, but I believe you had in your academy, Sheriff, you had a situation like, you know, puberty. Some kids, they are delay in their puberty. Like some kids, they delay their testosterone production, you know what I mean? And then you see 16 years old kids with muscles, and you have, you know, your your uh your how to say, your beard, all these things. But sometimes at 16 years old, that look you see like looks like 12 years old. And have you ever had the experience like someone went there with 16 years old, you didn't prove, you say no, you're not good, no, go back, go home, and 1 2 years later the same kids come back stronger, you know, better, and you approve them? Did you have an experience like this? Someone you didn't approve, but 1 2 years later you approve?
Like, okay, currently we have some players that we just told them to go back to their various houses because like we think they are not that improving. Can you hear me? Hello?
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so like in the camp, we have some players that we think they are not ready yet. Maybe like if they give some problems, attitude, we send them to go back, to go and train and come back. But like in that cases, that the player that we used to send to go back home, that to go and improve more, to give space to the other players. because sometimes you have some players that they are not ready yet for improvement. So we send them, go back home, like maybe after 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, depend. Even though if we send them back, we used to check on them and see how they are doing. From then we invite them back again for the second, give them second chance. Sometimes in football, you can't underestimate any player. Sometimes you can see this player is not good today, but
Yeah.
tomorrow the player can develop. Yeah, we have seen some of these cases. That's why they used to loan player.
Yeah.
Like for us, we don't have club that we loan players. We just tell them to go back, and then they come back later. Because our main aim here at Sheriff FC, we don't play this mini leagues or some other extracurricular gala or tournaments. No. Our aim here is just to train players to train them for the international stage. And like some of these players that you talk about beers, sometimes you can see some player will say, oh, this they are 16 or they are 19, but if you look, their physical attributes can tell you that, oh, this is not his real age. So like in that case, it's any player that we want to invite to come to Sheriff FC, we ask them for their birth certificates and we try to contact their parents before the player come, especially for the minor players, the one that's underage. We try to contact their parents and we sign a parental consent with the parents, and we try to get the player birth certificates. And the birth certificate is the document that will prove that this player this is his real age. So that's how we used to work.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. My final question. Do you know here in the United States, women's soccer, women's football is very, very strong. How can you, what can you tell us for girls, for women there in Sierra Leone? How is the women's soccer there? You have anything for there? Do you have any plan for Sharif, maybe 1, 2, 3 years, start to receive women's player? How do you deal with that there?
Well, like currently, to work with female players is not in our agenda. It depends with the owner of the club, because like he has been doing this for quite a long time. He has never worked with a female player before. We only focus on male player. It depends. Maybe can call tomorrow. We say, oh, let's start to work with girls, female player. Like here we have some talented players here, female players. They are doing well. Like you have some teams like FC Cologne. They have good players. We also have Magbemo Queens. You have Men and Star Police team. Kailao Queens. You have talented female players here, but the problem is the resources to take them to Europe is very hard. And
Yeah.
the reason why some of them they are not be scouted to go to Europe, they don't have good videos, and also their league is not. They don't broadcast their league for the international stage. Like
Yeah.
if you are in Brazil or the United States or France or England, you will be sitting in your house comfortable and be watching these leagues. And also this also goes to the Sierra Leone Premier League teams.
Yeah.
It's very hard. That's the main reason why some of these players is very hard for scouts to come to Sierra Leone to scout players.
I got you. Yeah.
Like you have like West Scouts, White Scouts, and you have African Scouts. Like if you want to check for any player, you go there, check, especially if you say you need African players, so league you can see. But here in Sierra Leone, market out there.
Okay, I got you. All right. Okay. Al Hassan, right?
Sure, Alhassan
Al
Conteh.
Hassan. Okay. All right. So thank you, man. One more time, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to talk to you, to know a little bit about your job at the club. It's a very good job. It's a very important job. I'm sure you help a lot of kids to have a different and better life. So thank you so much. I hope you can, another day have another conversation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk to you. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks very much, Ego. It's my privilege to talk to you, and it's good that I share my view on African players and also Sheriff FC. You know, Once in a while we can host this kind of event to explain more about African players, like how we can improve these African leagues, especially my country, Sierra Leone, how this player can get good contracts out there. I'll be glad to see many scouts to be coming to Sierra Leone to scout Sierra Leone players. We have talented players, I can assure you that. But the problem is the instrument, that the instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, man. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Okay. Have a good day. Have a good week.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Ciao, 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 ciao,
Ciao,
ciao.
ciao. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Take care, man.
Yeah.